To what are you specifically referring to, Mr. Huckabee? I'd love to hear what boogeyman or booger bear is in the closet, the conspiracies that you think I've been promoting. Give me one example, sir, because I have several examples of why I feel the way I do about your candidacy. I have several. Should we go? Because after I talked about Mike Huckabee, after I talked about this on the air and mentioned that I thought he was a progressive, well, he's responded by lashing out at the conspiracy theories and the boogeyman or booger bears that only I see. I can't figure out what he was talking about. But there are political issues that would not allow me to vote for Mike Huckabee. He's a big government guy. He supports Michelle Obama and the government getting into what our kids are eating. That's just the tip of the iceberg. This was Governor Mike Huckabee practically begging for a tax increase in Arkansas. Listen carefully.
Again, let me state what I've said privately as well as publicly, but I want to get it on the record again. There's a lot of support for a tax at the wholesale level for tobacco, and that's fine with me. I will very happily sign that because it's a revenue stream that will meet the needs if enacted at a level that will help us to meet that $90 to $100 million target. And that's what I would again focus your attention on, is the target. Now, some have suggested the retail level of tobacco. And if that ends up being your preference, I will accept that. Others have suggested a surcharge on the income tax. That's acceptable. I'm fine with that. Others have suggested perhaps a sales tax. That's fine. Yet others have suggested a hybrid that would collect some monies from any one or combination of those various ideas. And if that's the plan that the House and Senate agree upon, then you will have nothing but my profound thanks.
Profound. Still others have suggested a tax on feet, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I've never heard a man who loves tax increases as much as Mike Huckabee. Have you ever heard that audio before, conservatives? Some would like to see a breathing tax or a tax on inhaling only. I'd sign that as well. How about spending cuts? Spending cuts. Now, Huckabee claims that he only said those things and did those things because of the Supreme Court mandated action that he had to take. He had to raise taxes to spend more on education. But unfortunately, the facts are not the same. Now, we had to go to that extreme left-wing Media Matters source of the Fox News channel for this audio.
In fact, that's not true. In a Huckabee campaign statement this afternoon, they acknowledged that the tax hikes were to cover a general revenue shortfall in the state budget. Okay. During his tenure, state spending increased. During his tenure, tax spending increased by 65.3%. The number of state workers in the government rose by 20%. The state's general obligation debt shot up almost by $1 billion. He wants a sales tax on internet goods. This is big government progressivism. It's not Barack Obama, but it is progressivism nonetheless. Huckabee has bragged many times that he has cut taxes 94 times while in office, and that is absolutely true. And let me give you some of the cuts. They included exempting residential lawn care from the sales tax, reducing taxes on bets made at Southland Greyhound Park, and exempting Arkansas Symphony Orchestra purchases from the sales tax. Now, as a conservative, there's nothing I appreciate more than getting a break on my garden hoe and symphony tickets all on the same day. The fact is, during his time as governor, taxes increased 47% overall. On immigration, while he has always said, secure the border first, which I appreciate and wholeheartedly agree on, he has also supported scholarships for illegal alien children while attending college, something U.S. citizens from other states do not enjoy. Then there's the issue of the 1,058 pardons and commutations for criminals in the Arkansas prison system. I realize that he is a Christian man. He is a pastor, and he believes in second chances, as do I. If it wasn't for a second chance, and if it wasn't for the saving grace of Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be here today. But we leave justice to the justice system, not to a governor. One of those he commuted, Maurice Clemens, went on several years after his commutation to kill 4 police officers in Washington state before he killed himself. Huckabee said in an interview with Bill O'Reilly that he wishes he would have known 9 years earlier what this man was capable of. Yeah, that's why you don't pardon one criminal every 4 days while in office. Because you just don't know. So to answer the issue Huckabee raised in his attack on me, no, I'm not creating yet another boogeyman or booger bear, whatever that may be, in the closet. There are some really tough issues that real conservatives will have with Mike Huckabee. But look, Mike, I want to point out, as a guy who has been in this battle now as well, and has had every gun turned on me from the right and the left. It only gets tougher from here. If, sir, you are this thin-skinned about your politics, it might be best for you to stay on the sidelines, maybe with Michelle Obama, and not enter this race. The last thing we need is someone challenging Barack Obama, not as president of the United States, but challenging Barack Obama for his title as the most thin-skinned president in American history.